Oh, they scam it.
That's what it is. You know, look, we know how our people do.
Yeah, they go to Pakistan.
And win.
Right. It's like, and did, am there.
Hey, community. Here's what's brewing today.
Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour.
Dochi 8.
Oh, dear. And happy scamming season, a.k.a. Happy Valentine's Day. So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report. Hey, welcome to Minoritea Report. It's Auntie Carell.
It's Auntie Dwan.
And it's Auntie Jarrell. Hey. What's up, y'all? What's good?
What's up, ladies?
Hey.
Let me tell you, January was beating my ass, but let me tell you, Black History Month, talking about like, I feel the sun radiating through me, okay? It's like that video of the white girl being like, move, bitch, it's Black History Month. Like, that's my energy. But can't nobody fuck up my shit. Like, honestly, I'm just,
Oh, that's right.
I ain't featuring it. It's
And
pretty good.
how's we already 1 week into the month? But
I know January took like 9 years.
like, what in the hell is this? How?
Robbery, that's what it is.
It's like that clip of Bobby and Whitney. She's like, and they give us the shortest month. We need more months. I love like the first few days of Black History Month because all the good clips come back out of hibernation.
Really do.
Like the Don Lemon one where they talk about Omarosa.
She be like, now Don, why we gotta talk about Omarosa? Her apology tour. That took me out. I love us. God damn it, I love us.
Right?
Man. God. And don't get me wrong, I love us 365 every damn day. But there is something about
a little extra pinch of Lawry's this month.
Black History Month. I just been like, nigga.
Period.
Nigga.
Period.
Nigga.
Period.
Hey, nigga. You know, it's just...
Because you know what it is? Oh, go ahead.
I just wonder, like, what does it feel like for Black people outside of the United States? Because we're a special kind of Black. And, you know, there is Black History Month that happens in, I think, October in Brazil.
Yeah.
And then there's Black History Month, and I can't remember. I
In the
think
UK.
It's in the UK, it's either at the same time or in October as well, but it depends on the specific country.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which specific country.
Yeah.
It splits.
Yep.
But like, now I'm not, you know, one of them original Blacks, you know that, you know, and you know that could, you know that I'm just not one of them original. I'm sorry, I'm just not one. Got to cut to the case. I'm not one. Cut to the chase. I'm not one of them original Blacks that live in another country, right?
Right.
We the original Blacks that are here, the one that coined the term Black. You know, I wonder what it's like for them, and that they have a similar kind of pride in their version of Blackness.
I'm
like
sure they
we
do
have,
because racism is on some bullshit globally.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Every fucking where.
On some bullshit globally. So
And you know it don't take no pause, no holidays, no PTO. The racism has been put in overtime. It be trying for time and a half, okay?
especially the UK because they the originators.
Okay.
And honestly, if we got any expats listening, knock knock, I would love to hear from y'all. Like, what is Black History Month for y'all when you're living abroad? Even if you grew up in the United States and you had this as kind of like the anchor, and then you moved abroad and now you've been living in Spain and, you know, Greece and China, wherever, I would be very curious if it hits similar or if it's just completely different.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. When you did the microphone tap, it made me think of Dance or Die. We'll get to that. But Dance or die. That's just been stuck in my head for the last 2 days. But yeah, no, there. I agree. Black History Month just hits a little different because I think what it does is it just forces you to take a second, just be like, I appreciate us. I appreciate you, black man. I appreciate you, black woman. I appreciate you, black non-binary, black trade. Like, just to take a moment and just specifically call us out and be like, you know what? We don't. We know we don't. But guess what? We're going to really tell ourselves we don't this much, you know? And that's why I enjoy it.
I know there's a lot of like non-black people that maybe don't even know this, but there's a lot of like subliminal conversations that us black folk be having with other black folks that we see just on the regular. And especially during this month when you're like walking down the street or you're in like a, you know, your corporate office and you walk past another black person during Black History Month, there is just a little bit of extra like,
I got you.
just a little bit of
It really is.
like I was sitting here thinking about it. I was just like, you know, on the regular, you walk past any black person, no matter where you are, there's like the glance, it's a head nod, you know, it's the acknowledge, I see you, you see me, and you keep it pushing. Sometimes it might translate into a conversation. Most often it doesn't, but that's that subliminal stuff. But specifically during Black History Month, on the Zooms, in the rooms, in the hallways, like when you're working, there is just a little something extra that comes along with that acknowledgement during Black History Month that I just really appreciate.
And let me tell you, I put at the end of all of my emails, Happy Black History Month, too.
And that, put that on Mary Had a
Sorry,
Little Lamb.
that's my nonverbal cue. Sorry for those listening.
Look,
I was giving some
listeners.
nonverbals.
That was a YouTube moment. That was
Right,
what
right,
we
that was
do. That's
YouTube.
what black people do when we make our face and be like,
And it's
Had a
wild
whole ass
because-
conversation non-verbally.
It's wild because there are like a couple of like sitcoms and like, you know, like skit shows and other things that have like tapped it on the shoulder a little bit of like the subliminal conversations that we have with one another. And but people just don't realize exactly how many full-on conversations you could have with somebody. I mean, you ever be in a
How
conference
do we
room?
know? Like, it's like
Lived
genetics.
experience. It's lived. It is the genetics. It's our superpower. You know, we can read each other's minds.
Baby, we
We've
really
been here
do.
before.
The best is too, like when we spot each other from across the room and we be like,
It'd be like Abbott Elementary, the camera.
yes. That's one of the things that I love about that show, as they have nailed that shit down. Because the way that we know what every one of them looks mean. And it cracks me up at how many white folks don't understand
They don't
that
get you.
we are having conversations in those looks alone, and it adds so much more to that show. Oh my God.
It was just like when we went to go see Death Becomes Her, and we were walking up to the venue, and there were some hot ass police officers, and there was that one with the fresh fade,
With the fade.
and we weren't even.
I won't forget him.
We weren't even talking to each other. We had like
So
different
was it?
conversations going on, and all of a sudden, the three of us got quiet at the same time.
And just
Waited
looked at each
until
other.
we waited until
And knew
we
exactly where to
passed.
look. Knew exactly where to look. Out of all the
these-
millions of people in New York City, knew exactly where to look.
Every time that happens, I feel like Brenda. I got these superpowers on lock.
Knew exactly where to look.
Yes.
My gosh.
That's funny. So community, happy Black History Month. We see you. We got
Black
you.
History
You know,
Month.
and those that ain't black, I'm sorry. You know, it is what it is.
We'll get y'all in
We'll
March.
get
Hey.
y'all in March. We'll see y'all in
Spread
March.
joy. Still spread joy. Do something positive. You
Yes,
know,
1000.
buy black.
Yeah.
You know,
make
you can still
make
be,
yourself
you can still be
known.
part of it.
That.
You can still be part of it from the sideline. You know, as an ally.
Period.
You know
And,
what's-
we'll catch back up on Hispanic Heritage Month and all the other brown months because we see you
Yes.
too. We see
Yes.
you too. So
Yeah. Low key, I was like scrolling through like Instagram the other day, and I came upon somebody talking about Beyonce, and this was a white person, and I'm just like,
Sure.
and they were giving her props. So I'm not saying that she was giving
right, I was like,
she was giving.
I was getting guarded.
I know. I had to preface it. But this month, I don't even want white people talking about black people shit. I don't want white people talking about black people, period. Like, just
leave us alone for a month. It's 28 days.
We got 28
this. 28 days.
We got this. Let us do
like
what's
that creator? She said she'd be always at the board. Let's take it to the board. And she's
yeah. What's her name? Shop. Something. What's her name? I forget her name. She's amazing though.
She's dope. Yeah, like she just like got recognized like GLAD or the HRC function or whatever and things like that.
Yeah.
But she said 1, shut up, and 1 through 5 was just shut up. Like I know that's right.
I love an ally. I'm not saying that, but like I don't know, for the 28 days, not counting a leap year, that we have a Black History Month, let your allyship be external. Talk to your white people. Talk to them. Don't talk about us.
Talk to them.
Don't talk to us. Talk to them. Y'all do the advocacy work externally. Let us.
That's a T-shirt. Don't talk to us. Talk to them.
Auntie is on vacation.
That's the slogan of 2025 Black History Month if I ever heard it. Don't talk to us. Talk to them. Oh Jesus, I know.
We are on that energy.
Because I'll say this: we ain't the reason why we are where we are right now.
That part.
It wasn't our people.
That part. What else are we gonna talk about today?
And on that note, real quick, I'm gonna slide this in. This is an LGBTQIA plus podcast.
That part.
Bloop. There 100%.
We go.
Yeah.
So
no erasure here.
And I'm sorry. You know what? Hold on one second. I just want to say I'm sorry if you on your way to work right now and we done got you all riled up as you're listening to this in the car or on the train or the scooter, whatever it is that you're getting to work. Yeah. I apologize, but this the kind of energy we gonna be on all month. Right. So you just gonna have to deal with it.
Nah, I know that. Yeah, right. So we're gonna have a grandiose Aunties Do You Give a Damn edition this episode. It's the Grammy edition. So we're just going to get into it because we got a lot to say and talk about from the Grammys.
I don't got nothing to say.
Real quick. We should just say Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
That's coming up for those that celebrate. I don't really celebrate, but for y'all
because a lot of folks are starting to thaw out right now. February gets to thaw out month where you're like, oh, okay, I might have to drop this cuffing season because summer coming around the corner.
Yeah, when exactly does cuffing season end? Is it officially right after Valentine's Day? So like once you get the income tax and then you go to the Valentine's Day dinner and then you cut the relationship off and then you start working on your summer body. Is that how it works?
No, cuffing season ends literally right after the holidays. It ends right. Yeah, it runs. So it January ends 1st. Literally.
So you make it through New Year's Day and be like, you know what, this ain't working.
Because why you bringing last year's shit into New Year? You erase the roster. They in the graveyard, as my friend said. They in the graveyard.
January and February must be scamming season. So you do your cuffing season.
Let me tell you.
And then January and February, you do your scamming season for them income tax checks and the Valentine's Day.
And then it goes to ghosting season.
Yes. We're going to make a calendar, y'all. We're going to make a calendar.
We'll make a plan. Let's make a plan.
But if you think about it, everybody going to January doing like, New Year's resolutions. I'm the best version of myself. So it's easy to find someone for Valentine's because you put your best foot forward. Because you like, I'm doing dry January. I'm getting my shit together. So it's easy to make it like 5 weeks in and then find someone just in time for Valentine's. And then you be like, scamming. And you're right. And you absolutely right. And you're like, I ain't want it no more. I didn't want this last year. I don't want it right now. I want to get back to focusing on me.
The real selves got froze out through the winter, and then by the time it gets about March, April, they start thawing out, and the real person starts coming out. So the scam is over because you can't hold it in anymore.
No, see, it's about the loneliness. You would look, you didn't want to go through the holidays by yourself, and that's why you do cuffing season. It's a little cold outside, but then you realize, okay, I got my winter coat back, so I don't need him no more. Bye.
Not the winter coat. That's hilarious.
And I'm so mad that she's thought about this hard.
This is processing right now in real time. Okay,
I
yeah.
see it. I see it.
Yeah.
So done. I love it. Well, there we go. Community, if you got some updates on this season, because I'm just an old Mary broad at this point. I don't even know what season it is. I'm like, what the fuck's for dinner? That's the season I'm in. What the hell we doing for dinner again? All right, aunties, do you give a damn? The Grammys edition, or actually, or should we talk about the tour first? Let's talk about the tour first. Hold on.
Yeah, let's get that one out of the way.
Let's talk about the tour first. So, the night before the Grammys, in true Beyonce fashion, she's just going to sneak it out there that, you know what? She coming. Cowboy damn, I'm stuttering like old girl did on the announcement on the album of the year. Cowboy Carter tour is coming. Did y'all save your money? Did you get your outfits already? What city you going? It's a limited city. I mean, it's still a lot of dates, but a limited amount of cities this go around. She kind of just really hit like the true core cities throughout the U.S. and Europe. So have you made up your mind where you're going and how many times you're going?
Let me tell you about my God, because my God is good. Okay,
I know that's right. Amen.
And when I tell you, I went to sleep one night, and he said, "Jarrell, you need to move your money." And I said, "But God, I just bought a house. What did you mean I need to move my money?" He said, "You need to be ready." And I said, "Okay." And I woke up to an announcement about a tour. I said, "Won't he do it?" I said, "You know what?" He said, "Move this money over here. So while you doing all your house stuff, you don't think you can do all these other things because you got money over there, nigga, for that." Okay? And I said, "And I do. And I do." And I'm happy. I'm so happy. Y'all have no idea. I can't wait. I'm only going once though, because according to these tickets.
Yeah.
So I was okay. Let me tell you, I was a little hyped at first because I knew she was gonna be in London. I was hoping it was gonna overlap when I'm in London already, but I missed her by 2 weeks in London. I was like,
oh damn,
fuck. And I missed her in Paris by a week. So I'm like, So Europe is out of the question for me, sadly. And Europe is where it's going to be cheaper anyways. So I was really trying to go for Europe. But then when you think about plane ticket and then you think about Airbnb and food and all the rest of the stuff, it's the same price as a ticket over here. So I said, you know what? We're going to be in New York. So I'm going to Jersey. I'm either doing Jersey. I'm going to do Jersey or I'm doing LA that first weekend. Those are the only 2 weekends that I'm really available.
Wait, then what day in Jersey you gonna do? Hold on, we need to.
I'm doing that Saturday.
We haven't talked about this yet.
Yeah, there's like
I'm gonna do that Saturday. I'm gonna do that Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, okay. Of course, because I'm not a weekday concert girl like that no more. Not for Beyonce. I'm taking PTO if I'm doing a Thursday concert show. So I said, let me get a Saturday ticket so that way I can make a weekend of it, and I get to see my girls. So
damn. Okay, so that means we gotta try to figure Saturday, because I think we were gonna try to do Sunday, just because it always makes it hard because Corey and I's days off are opposite, and so he works usually through the weekend. So I was like, okay, maybe we do the Sunday date. That way he probably gets out of work a little earlier. He already gets out of work a little earlier than the normal days. Okay. That way we can hightail it to New York, and then we'll just stay there overnight. And it is whether it's I'll work either there for Monday or take the day off, whatever it may be. But damn, if you do a Saturday.
Yeah, I'm trying to go
We haven't talked about this yet, so we can talk about this live in the
right now. I mean, Sunday sounds cute, but you know everyone gonna be out afterwards on Saturday. Like,
I know
the energy just gonna be off the charts. That's why I knew I couldn't do a weeknight, because of the fact that ain't no way I'm functioning for the next 48 hours after this concert. Ain't no
what
way.
happens in New Jersey, though, to let you know, because where the stadium is, it literally takes forever to get back into Manhattan. You got to take the bus back in. And by the time you take that bus in, you sleep.
You know what? That's my
like
power
an hour
nap.
ride back in.
And that's my power nap to recharge and be right back ready to go.
Out.
Because, look, you can still be in some shit at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning in Manhattan. Right. So
you can be in some shit until 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning in Manhattan.
And will. Because I'm going to the hoedown.
If I go,
Wait, if?
I said this the last time. Don't be surprised.
He said if like Janet. Hold on.
Yeah, if I go, because when we talked about this, when we were hypothetical,
Yeah.
She didn't learn. She didn't learn Act 1, apparently.
when we talked about this hypothetically, we had talked about. Well, I had said that I don't really know if I want to go to another concert tour that fast. Now, if she comes out with another album and mix that in, then I'd be like, okay, cool, and then I would do a couple of them. But since it's the Cowboy Carter tour, I feel like if I do go, it'll be just one, and I'll probably do like either London or Paris, probably.
I was waiting for that.
If that's not the most Auntie Shar like comment and statement, community, if you've been around a while, you know how Auntie Shar is. But he's like, if I'm going to go, I guess it's gonna be London or Paris. When he got the concert in his backyard in Manhattan. In Jersey, like he lived close to the stadium. Like when you up in the Heights, like shit, that's over to George Washington.
Yeah. But the reality of it is those tickets are going to be crazy expensive. Number one, in Manhattan, and the way I want to see the show.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be spending that kind of money, I want to get that, and if I can get a trip out of it, oh, absolutely, yeah. So
I get it.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
I live here.
I want to.
I live here, and I don't like Jersey. So
Let me
now, if y'all end up going to Jersey, then I might have to get an extra ticket and come along too.
Right. He's like, I guess.
But the one I would be planning would be either London or Paris, and I'll probably do Paris, I think. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm 100% doing Jersey because I got the Beehive pre-sale. So I will be one of the first people getting their tickets on Tuesday,
So
and
you'll
I
up
will
till
be
4 o'clock
right
in
there.
the morning.
No, I
No,
won't.
it releases at noon.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Or
okay.
it'll be noon Eastern time. So, Dro, keep that in mind. It'll be 9 o'clock your
Oh,
time.
I know. Oh, I
Okay.
know. And I got my VPN set to say that I'm over there in New York at the same
I know
time.
that's right.
And I took the day off. I even took Monday out to prepare myself mentally. So
I blocked my calendar instantly. I was like, nope. Y'all ain't getting me. And then I blocked Tuesday and Thursday for the Verizon just in case I don't get it Tuesday. Don't block my calendar for Thursday and Friday. Y'all ain't getting me in no damn meetings and Beyonce tickets going on sale. Fuck
So
that.
ain't.
But yeah, no, we're looking at Jersey just because Corey, just because of his schedule. So that's gonna be the easiest one.
Okay,
It
so
was
we're going to
either
have to
be that
figure
or
out if we're
DC.
doing Saturday or Sunday. If y'all end up doing Sunday, I will do Sunday. I would prefer Saturday personally.
I mean,
Okay.
Same, but options.
I would prefer Saturday personally. So just let me know what you decide.
I'll let you know. We're leaning Sunday already because we talked about it earlier today.
Okay.
But I will reprise this conversation to see what he could pull off.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll figure
Just
it
suck
out.
some dick, girl. You'll be all right. He'll be happy.
Girl. If it was that easy. If it was that
You was
easy.
moisturizing your lips.
Right,
That's why I
right,
said it,
I
girl.
know.
You were getting ready, girl.
Well, if it was that easy, I would have been able to do a lot more in this this life.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He would be like, "Thank you," and I still go on Sunday. Thank you.
Look.
But yes, but oh man, like, and it's funny because I think it was the Renaissance movie episode that we did where I was talking about that thick ass book. I was like, I guarantee you, in that book, she already got the next concert stage. Sure enough, because if you look at the stage, it's similar to the Renaissance stage layout. So that whole thick book already had it. Then it also probably just tells us the cadence of Act 3. Then that we're not going to get the album until probably 2026.
26.
And then the tour of 2027, which means this whole time right now, she's probably recording what she's going to do after Act 3, if she's going to do more music post Act 3, because she'd be 5-10 years ahead of schedule. So this woman, the hardest working, she ain't sat down since she was 12.
Girl.
All right. So
Now the Grammys.
We'll get into the Aunties Do You Give a Damn, the Grammys edition. So, Aunties, do you give a damn that Beyonce finally won Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter?
Y'all cry. And I text y'all. Immediately I text y'all. Being like, I'm ready to record right now. I'm crying. I need to talk about this.
Beyonce, they gave Auntie Henny an eighth emotion.
Look. Okay. The
Gratitude.
way I am just so happy for her. And you know one thing that I love is seeing the clips of people filming the celebrities reacting to her winning, you know? And I just...
Because when have we ever seen celebrities react to another celebrity like that?
Like, I'm talking about like hyping you up. People were crying. Like, it was just so about time. And here's the thing that I love about Beyonce as well too. She gave us a very human part of her that we don't always get to see because she's so like, I'm in the public eye, so I gotta be da-da-da. She's Virgo, okay? Yeah. And we got to see B. Yeah. We got to see B in that moment. And she was just, you could just see the joy. And when she was like, ooh, the Beehive is buzzing. Like, she even did an interview afterwards, too. Like,
two of them.
Two. I know. I was just so happy for her. I was so happy for her. Yeah. And everyone on the album, too. Because it was so cool to see everyone else on the album and the people who helped write the album also get the win and get the acknowledgement, you know, for their work as well, too. So I love this for Beyonce, but I love it for everyone involved on this project as well, too.
Yeah. Because this one, this is her 5th Album of the Year nomination. And every album should have been nominated for sure. And it's just such a labor of love. But this one was slightly different because of just the weight and gravity of the doors that she was able to push open, you know, and the windows that she was able to crack. And because you know the weight was huge when you still see people after she won still say it ain't a country, like, especially for her winning best country album as well, and that's the most Beyonce reaction. She's the meme of the year so far.
Yeah.
And then Blue Ivy be like, okay, ma. It's like, okay, Blue Ivy management.
Someone said when the poppers hit.
That's funny. But it's just like, there's just still see the reaction of certain people saying it's not a country album or this wasn't her best album and da-da-da-da. It's like, damn, like, Beyonce is so damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, it's wild to me. So I agree, just to see the sheer amount of people so excited for her to win because they know she's the hardest working person in that damn room.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they know that she sets the gold star. She's the standard in that industry. They finally probably feel the weight off of their backs and be like, damn, if she can't get album of the year for all these damn albums that are better than 99.9% of the albums out there, then what the fuck? If we can't go to Bella Noche, then where the fuck can we go?
Look. No, really.
So that's the weight coming off the whole industry, quite frankly, especially the black women in that room.
She's literally your favorite artist. Like, your favorite favorite artist. Like
everyone goes to her in that room to get an autograph, to get a picture, to get a
Come on now. When you think about performances, you think about how a tour is put together. You can't help but see Beyonce sprinkled in these tours and these music videos and how people are presenting themselves. It is literally a stamp of Beyonce in all genres when people are trying to execute so precisely and so cleanly. That came from her.
I also think that people don't either understand or appreciate and choose to ignore the fact that Album of the Year is not biggest selling album. It's not the most popular album. It's not the highest selling album or the fan favorites album. It is a recognition for a complete body of work from a technical perspective. And so, you know, like, I'll be the last one on this podcast to talk about the technicalities of some music. I'll leave that to Auntie Jarrell and Carell more specifically. But what I can say is that this album was probably one of the least listened to albums for me personally. I know that that's not the same for other people, and that's okay. But I can absolutely appreciate the creativity, the technical components, the storytelling, the complete body of work that this album represents, and more importantly, the I can't say
intentionality
that went into the arrangements, that went into the score alignment in terms of, you know, what's first and what's last, into the flow of the actual album, the storytelling, the alliteration, and all of the symbolism that this album represents, and the collaborations that this. So it is above and beyond what lay people think of as the best album of the year, and it is what the industry thinks of as the best album of the year, and that is a big difference.
Yeah, 1,000%. And you could tell the Grammys were making sure that was known. They're like, the 13,000 voting members of the Grammy Academy, or whatever they said. They said that every day. They're like, y'all hoes, because if Beyonce lose, y'all ain't going to blame this on the Grammys.
Look, you blame them. Say all them 13,000 names. We were about to ask for some names, okay? Ask for some names. That's a word.
So, no, congratulations to Beyonce. And quite frankly, it's scary to think that she still got more albums in store that are probably going to still get this, you know, probably just as good, if not better, than this album. Yeah. And let's see if they continue to get the recognition that they deserve and need, which I think they will. So anyway, congrats B, congrats to Parkwood, congrats to all the collaborators on this album, because it was a monumental album. And I think we're going to look back at this album 10, 20 years from now and be like, damn. That's what opened this open. Already we see Shabuzi had tied the longest record #1 ever on the Billboard 100 after being on her album. So it's going to be interesting, the impact that's going to be long standing after even this year's Grammy. So
and low key, high key. Also, congratulations for winning the best country album. I know she didn't say that this was not a country album, but as we could tell by her expression when they announced her name. Congratulations for taking that award home too. Well deserved.
First black artist to win best country album.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? It's Black History Month. It's about time. It's about time.
Period.
Whatever.
Period.
Yep.
And she won't be the last.
She won't be the last.
All right, here we go. Aunties, do you give a damn that the record of the year and the song of the year went to They Not Like Us? They not like us. Kendrick Lamar. So, I mean, it was just a Black History Month moment for the record of the year, song of the year, and album of the year. Say word.
Yes.
First time.
Yeah,
all three
ever.
have gone to Black people. I will say this.
All the shit we don't contribute to damn music is the first damn time. That's what tripped me out the most. I'm like, fuck out of here.
But here's my thing. I was not expecting it because of the fact that the world hates to see white people cry. And they did. And they did.
No, white people hate seeing white people cry.
It's
like, I don't give a damn. Y'all can cry
that's it.
Many tears
that's
as you want.
You're right. That's the real. That's the real.
Insert Jasmine Crockett a clip right here.
Look.
She said all these white tears.
Tired of all these white tears. Tired of them. Let me tell you, I honestly, I was shook. I was shook. They were who I was hoping for, but I had picked a couple other people that I thought would just edge them out just because of white people.
Yeah.
So I love.
You shared a little bit of that when we were doing kind of our predictions, and I'm so glad that Kendrick even ended up winning. And can I just acknowledge the fact that Kendrick is so shady?
He is.
Every inch of it. He is more shadier than the fucking queens in Untucked at RuPaul's Drag Race, bitch.
Baby.
The fact that he showed up in a Canadian tuxedo, denim on denim, and everybody.
He didn't have to say nothing.
No, because the whole audience knew every single word to his song, and like they were like A minor. I'm just like.
And that's why I thought he was going to win, because I was like, somewhere along the path, that song took over pop culture. It wasn't a black record no more. Like, they was playing it at baseball games. They were playing at basketball games. It was like in TV shows. I was like, damn, this shit crossed over.
This is one of the biggest beefs. Yeah. When you think about music beefs, this will be like
ever
of all time.
But I feel like
It
a beef
is
has to be
all-time
two-way. I feel like a beef has to be two-way.
Well, it was when it
It
started.
was for a minute. It was for a minute, but then this came along and said, "Baby,
It was going in 60 seconds. That's what it was.
baby." This took on a
shredded
life.
beef.
Girl, look.
Roast beef.
Right, pulled pork,
Where's the beef?
Canadian ham.
Look.
Like, and it's so funny because Drake is like suing and everything. Like, this has taken it's just taken on a whole nother life. And I agree. Like, because I think most people thought Kendrick was gonna get up there and like still stir the pot. He didn't have to say shit.
Didn't have to
He
say
let the
anything.
pettiness speak through his outfit. Him being gracious in front of everyone. People singing the record. That whole celebrities and the people in the cheap seats singing or saying, "Hey, like." That's the win. He ain't got to say he won. He don't. He could be a little subliminal with his little pettiness, but he ain't got to even say he won. The whole world is telling him he won. And now it's cemented forever because he done swept record and song. So record is, or let me get it right here. Record one is writing, song is like the song, and he wrote it, and just the composition of it he was part of. Like, you can't tell him shit. It's cemented now, for sure, in history. I'm sorry, Drake. You just gonna have to sit down for a while. I like Drake.
He got
But you
5
lost this
Grammys from that one diss track.
Damn.
Finish him,
Baby.
and he did.
So did.
I wonder where-
Mustard was up there too. I was like, yeah, come on, Mustard. I'm so
wonder-
glad Mustard on the beat hole was all getting the recognition too.
Where was Drake at last night? That's what I want to know. That's what
You know what he was watching. He was watching it.
He was probably in the Bermuda Triangle. It's like, I don't want no reception. I hope my plane gets like tossed into a different century. Like, I don't even want to be anywhere
No,
near.
he was watching. He was watching.
All green with envy.
Because like he was so untouchable for so long. So untouchable for so long that like he probably still feels he's untouchable. That like he had to
It
watch
ain't
it. Just
okay.
I don't like. There's just something when you get to that level, the ego still is tripping. That you're gonna watch, be like, nah, he ain't gonna win. This nigga ain't gonna win. And then he win. You're
And
like,
then he won.
well, fuck that. They
Goddamn.
don't know what they're talking about. I'm still gonna sue. Like, so I'm sure.
And
the
he
ego
still got to get through the Super Bowl show.
So, dude.
Oh, which
And
would have
thing is,
came
like,
out?
Drake
Which would have came out right now? So by the time this
Yeah.
episode comes out,
We'll know.
literally the Super Bowl would have
We'll know.
happened. Yeah.
Oh no.
What
And
a
so
time
and Drake
we're living
announced
in.
this week too, or I guess last week, he's dropping a new project with Party Next Door on Valentine's Day. So if I would tell him to sit down, but at least now he's at least going back to that lane of let me at least stick to the women because
Yeah,
the women come
let me
back
do
to me
what I
because they
do.
think I'm cute and all this stuff.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. But
He's
all
back
right,
in that wheelchair like he was in Degrassi at this point.
with that horrible haircut, you're right. Aunties, do you give a damn overall just the Grammy Awards this year and the performances?
Okay,
I
before
did. I felt
we
like it
got to
was one of
talk
the
about
best Grammy
Dochi
Awards,
though. We
period.
got to talk about Dochi.
We'll talk about Dochi, but just like let's go
'Cause-
overall show. Do you think the Grammys lived up to what you think Grammys should be, or was it just subpar in certain performances of it?
I will say
was all right.
I agree. I felt that it was a little bit lackluster. I felt overall. Listen, I'm not trying to take away from some of the really great performances that happened because there were a couple. Not a lot. There were a couple. Let's be clear. But the overall mood was kind of like it just didn't feel as celebratorial as the Grammys usually. And I get that, there's like, fires and all this other kind. They didn't know if it was going to happen and whatnot. There's a lot of things going on, but it just didn't. The whole show as a whole didn't live up to, I think, my expectations. I actually sat down and instead of just, like fast forwarding through just, just watching the performances, I actually
clip
watched
notes.
the entire thing. Well, I fast forward through quite a bit of stuff.
She
that
took
I
an
don't
edible,
really give
didn't
a shit
she?
about. Nope. I did it sober because I had to take notes to be prepared for today.
There we go. Right.
But yeah, it was, for me, it was like, out of a 10, it was like a 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I thought this year's was like one of the better ones in the last before I could remember. Like I was sitting there like, wow, I'm actually entertained this year. Especially this year's new artist segment, which we'll kind of get to with all the Dochis and everything. But I thought especially with like the LA fires and things like that, they found a lane to merge the two because it can feel a little what's the
somber.
word that I'm looking for?
Somber.
Maybe either somber or just like not like empathy towards the situation at all. Having this big hoopla of a moment of a show, and bitch, this damn stadium almost burnt down. Kind of thing. But I felt like they found a way to kind of weave it in. Some performances of it hit better than others, but I just thought I was actually more entertained than probably the previous several years that I can remember. And I felt the performers that they chose to perform, or at least agreed to perform, for the most part, kind of hit the note this year for me. So that's interesting to kind of hear that you weren't feeling that.
I probably give it like a 7, maybe an 8 at the absolute most. Here's my thing. Y'all might not know this about me, but
She about to say she's the co-chair of the Grammy nominations.
Right. She said, I produced this year's Grammy Awards. Y'all just didn't know. Check my IMDb page.
That's right. It sure does have Auntie Jarrell at the end of the credits.
I'm weak.
Because Jesse Collins, my cousin.
I'm dead. No, I was just going to say that I love to see people win. And one of the things I love about the award shows is actually I love seeing people get their awards, and I love hearing the speeches. I love seeing into the moment of people seeing their dreams become a reality. And I felt like this show, I didn't get to see as many awards being presented this year.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that that's one of the things that I really do enjoy about award shows. I do like the music the music aspect of it. But I felt like they leaned a little bit too much into music, because there were like 3 performances, sometimes even 4 performances, like back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, a couple of y'all, that was like a 90-second clip of what you were doing. You could have just announced somebody else as an award and gave that time to somebody else.
Oh, see, I liked that part of it, because I was like, that's the first time, because
but that's the
acknowledged
trade-off
how
for me.
How stacked that category was.
No, and it was definitely stacked. Don't get me wrong, but I think I wouldn't have wanted to hear Best New Artist, because I think maybe I'll listen to literally all of them. I would have rather see performances from other categories of other genres. Like, that's what I want. Like, I don't want it to just be about the main 5 categories. I want to see.
So you need to watch the live show before this show, then, because I watched that one too, and it's like 5 hours long. And that's what they did. That's where you kind of see, because they had like the banjo, like the guy playing this banjo, and I guess he's like the best banjo player in the world. I never heard of him, but it was dope. I was like, oh shit. And so it was a lot of those kind of the categories where you just don't ever see.
And
so
I get that. And I've watched some of those. Yes. Yeah. But that's my point, though. That's like where they put the black people at. I want this shit to be main stage. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the stuff that I want to. If it's supposed to be music's biggest night, I want all of music to have that opportunity, right? And not everyone is watching the 5-hour pre-record. If you probably did the numbers, you're a numbers person, you know that the actual live, that had way more viewers than that 5-hour pre-show thing that probably happened.
Yeah, but back to the numbers. We ain't gonna get the numbers to keep the show next year if we put Banjo playing Joe on the main stage. It'd be like, well, this last year the Grammys here because we brought Banjo Joe.
And that's why I said, for me, because the question was, how did I feel? And I said, for me, that's what I would have liked. Because I do like to listen to different genres. I like to listen to other artists. And for me, I think that would have been an easy way for me to be like, oh, this was that dope person in that genre. Because I only find music based off of what I hear and I see from other people on social media most of the time, or sometimes when Apple or Spotify would randomly suggest something else for me. So it's not until the Grammys come out do I see the top people in some of those other genres. And I like that to help me build my music calendar, for the year. So that's why I personally like it that way.
Yeah. Well, watch the pre-show next year, boo, because it's good. It's good. Like you see
again.
you see a lot of the randoms because it's not going to happen. I'm just being realistic. They ain't
I
going to be
know,
on the show.
girl. We're not talking about what's going to happen. We're just talking about what I liked and what I
but
didn't
I'm
like.
trying to
And
give
that's
you
just it.
a solution to help you build your catalog. Bro.
I want a solution so that way it can be fair for everybody. That's the solution I want.
Ain't gonna be fair.
Well, we've been asking for a lot of shit, and we're gonna keep asking anyways. Ain't that right?
Banjo Joe, we don't want you on there. We won't.
Let me tell you. We ain't speaking French. Yeah, Banjo Joe. I want to hear what the fuck you guys to say.
Then watch the pre-show. That's what I'm saying.
I want to watch it where everyone else is watching it. Nigga, damn. I can watch it there too.
Auntie Jarrell said, "Check my resume, boo. I am the co-chair of the foundation."
He said, "I am the producer of next year's Grammy Awards."
Sure, you gonna see me up there. Look.
Since
We're gonna
some
have
of y'all
Banjo Joe.
She's gonna be out
We're
there.
gonna have the violinist.
Since some of y'all want to be hurrying up through this bitch, I had to set it down for all the unspoken peoples out here, so you know who to thank.
Look,
ho.
say it louder for the people in the back. Say it.
She said,
Banjo Joe in the back.
She said, Auntie Jarrell, as co-chair of the Grammy, she said, "No, I don't have to say it loud for the people in the back because I brought them people in the back up front. They sitting on people's laps in the front,
Right next to
Right,
it.
right.
Up here.
That camera panning to
Look.
the stage. We're like, where Beyonce at?
She all the way.
They gave me
in
the
the
seating
back.
chart. I got the seating chart.
It's like they said Gaga was gonna be here. Where that hoe at?
Look, and she said
over there.
Crocodile. That's what she said.
Oh Lord! So for the performances that did make it to the live show, main show,
Yeah.
give me your top three.
3.
Give me your top 2, 1.
Okay, my top 3 would be Dochi for sure. I mean, Dochi. There is again, and y'all
She's
heard
a
me.
motherfucking
I've been speaking this woman's name on this podcast for over a year now.
Yeah.
I love this girl so fucking much, and she is putting in the work, and it is showing. It's paying off. Ain't nobody. The only female in that category swept all them niggas. Okay, like the third since what 1984, 1985.
89.
1989. Come on now, the third. Then I would say, I got to give it to Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims, the boy was singing. I didn't like the outfit. It was an ugly ass outfit.
Yeah, the outfit was
It was an ugly ass outfit. But
He
the
sings
boy,
his face off.
the boy can sing. And my third, I'm gonna give it to Sabrina Carpenter. It was a cute little kind of fun house play kind of comedy little skit. So yeah.
Who are you? Juwan's like, hold on, I gotta
He
look
looking it up.
Who else? Right? He's like, who else out here?
Because honestly, the only performance that I liked was Dochi's. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she ate. And by the way, if I would have known, me posting a video of me just saying Dochi ate will have over 500,000 views on our Minority Report page.
Bitch.
I would have done something a little better. I was just doing it because I was like, damn, she ate. And that shit is going gangbusters. I was like, damn, well, shit. Well, hopefully y'all subscribe and download some other shit.
Yep.
But,
Yes, she did.
I just, you know me. I just care when people put in the time and the effort to match their talent, and she's doing that, and it pays off. And you saw the reaction of a room full, or at least a ground full of celebrities, and probably even Banjo Joe in the back, where they're all like, "Damn, we see you putting in that work, and this shit is fire." So that's what I just truly enjoy about this moment with Dochi, because like I remember the first time. Like I forget what award show she was on that we performed. I was like, oh, I didn't
It was the
even know
BET Awards. It was the BET
Where she
Awards.
was like,
She took the wig off.
And I was like, who is this girl? She is good. And ever since that moment, I have been a fan of this girl because you could see the potential. And now the potential is meeting the hard work, is meeting the reality, and she's grasping that moment. And it is incredible to see.
I just need her to say that she opened it for Kendrick and SZA. Just go ahead and say it now.
Just go ahead and say it. That way I could be extra
go
hyped
ahead
with
and
this
say
intro,
it.
because I'm having second thoughts
Baby.
about going.
Because the way that I want to be in Chicago for Cowboy Carter, but it's the same night as fucking Kendrick and SZA here.
Yeah, I get it. So so Dochi's far and above number 1 for me. Cynthia, she sang her face off. Like Cynthia could sing the telephone
Fly Me
book,
to the
and I'm
Moon.
gonna be like, she sang her shit off. I liked Sabrina's. I actually didn't mind Chaperones. I didn't mind Chaperones. Like,
Oh,
I had
actually,
not heard,
look, you
like,
right.
I
She
hadn't heard her
was
live singing, and I was like, oh, she actually sounds good live too. Like, I thought she
That
was kind of
was-
more maybe a produced thing in the studio. I was like, oh, Chapel, you don't. Oh, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I will say this. You know what? I take Teddy out. I'm gonna take Teddy out and put her in and replace the Teddy because that was a moment where I sat there and I said, I see it.
Yeah,
That was a
1000.
moment when because we were talking about how we were in New York and we were like, girl, what
They
the
sing it with their chest.
with their whole
chest,
chest.
chest.
Like I don't. But watching
I get
her Pink Pony Club, I was like, look. By the end of it, I was
Right, I know. I'm like, I want me a pink
Pink
pony.
Pony Club. Come on now.
Where this club at? I want me one.
Okay. She said, dancing out in WeHo. What,
Baby.
Where,
And
what club is
I
this
finally
in
listened
WeHo?
to the words of that song too. I was like, oh, this is a gay ass. I see
That's
why
a
the
gay
kids
ass
is in that
song.
club.
That's the same. I said
I
the
just
same
never knew
thing.
what the song was about.
I didn't. That was literally me the same night. I was like, oh, she talking about dancing at the gay club in WeHo.
Oh,
Oh.
man. Okay, go ahead, Chapel. You drag queen ass you want to be.
Baby.
I aged out of Chaperone. I'm sorry. I don't do it.
Baby.
I mean, I love it. I love it for y'all.
Apparently we
Eat
did.
it up. Eat it up. I love it.
Girl,
for y'all.
because we late. We are late.
Late.
So we on the same
I
boat
remember
with
the first
you.
time I heard Hot to Go with.
Because I'm not
with,
even on the clock.
Oh, baby. Because the first time I heard Hot to Go, I was with Josh and Lewis and them here in Philly for Pride. It's same how they were singing that chest in New York. They was doing it here in Philly. And we looked at each other and we were all like, who the fuck is this? And how do we not know? And everyone else and these kids in here singing with their heart.
Yeah.
I will never forget that moment in my life because that's the first time I was like,
Ooh,
I am aged out of something. I am aged out of something. And I'm usually up on music. I wasn't up on that. I was late.
That was
And I'm
that was
still
me and
late.
Charlie XCX last year.
Yeah.
But
What
I
do
get
we think
Chapel.
about her performance, by the way. Corey's like, are they throwing panties on the stage? I was like, yeah, they are.
That gave me like, oh, what's that chick that sang about having liquor with Mick Jagger and doing coke? What's her name?
Oh, Kesha.
Oh, Kesha.
It is Kesha Jr. You right. It's that same family.
I was just like,
It's that fame. Yup.
y'all just be doing too much. You so desperate to be. Let me check myself. I'm about to get all heated up.
And oh Lord. All right. Let's see here. Who else about this show? Okay. This moment took me out because I thought it was gonna be a commercial break. And I was going to get my clothes out the dryer. I was like, okay, let me get my clothes in the dryer. They done. Let me put them in the hamper. So by the time I'm done with the Grammys, I'll take them upstairs, blah, blah, blah.
I can
And out
always
the
see
ear,
you
I'm like,
running.
is that Gaga singing again? And so I come back to the room. I'm like, it's a video. And Corey just on his TikTok, like not oblivious to the TV. So I had to rewind it. And I was like, oh my God, she done dropped a new song. Meet motherfucking Dress Gaga is back, bitch. Meet motherfucking Gaga is back. This is what the fuck we want from Gaga. All this abracadabra, Gaga, roo, rah, rah, rah. That's what we want, bitch. And Paris ate the fuck out that choreography. Gaga was dancing her little white ass off again. I'm team Gaga. I am team abracadabra. It's a good ass song at the gym too. I'm here for this Gaga. Done.
I told y'all. Let me when you were talking, I think it was like October. You're like, "Are you ready? Are you excited for a Gaga?" I said, "Let me tell you, it better be Gaga. I don't want this. I don't need her act like none of these little new girls.
No.
You better be who I know, and the way Gaga want me to be outside at the club past midnight again.
Baby.
Okay."
I haven't aged out this Gaga.
I literally said I'm gonna have to start taking naps so I can make sure I can stay out to hear this late at night because this song coming on at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Period.
They're not
Right.
playing this at 11 o'clock. This is an after midnight song that you're gonna hear at the club. So you better make sure you take your nap before you go out because you're gonna be out for a while until you hear this song.
You right.
Okay? And I will be. And I will be.
Period.
That'll be my closing song. So that means I'll be
Okay,
out
it's time
till
for
2
me to go
o'clock.
now.
It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. But I will say I have one little ick, and I can't shake it.
Oh no, please, oh no. Do I want to hear it? Do I want to have an ick too? What is it?
It does sound like that Charlie XCX brat, though. It has a little bit of that brat.
It's the hardness of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, but it quickly gets out of it though. Like it's just kind of like that chorus part.
It's the
where it had,
part of it.
Yeah,
and that's my favorite part.
And I'm like,
I'm out here trying to learn to dance.
Girl,
I'm
look,
like, go ahead, Gaga.
But you know what? Art Pop is back. That was one of my favorite Gaga albums, and that's what it's giving. And I will be at that concert. Yeah. I know that when she go on tour, I will be there. Yeah.
What you thought?
And I saw Art Pop on the floor, 5 rows away from the stage.
Oh,
Phenomenal. She is great live.
Chromatica. Yeah,
she was good live. Yeah,
I agree. Uh-oh. It's the look for me. I'm done.
We can move on to the next topic. I ain't trying to bust nobody's bubbles today. This Black History Month. You may not be black, but y'all having so much joy. Let's move on to the next topic.
She said, "I see black joy." So out of the respect, the black joy.
Right. Let's move on to the next topic.
Let's abracadabra ourselves off this topic.
That's the only abracadabra I want to do right now.
Dabba dabba do whatever. Okay, I know that's right.
Good looking out.
Wait, no, he said like Babyface. He said, "Go do that."
Go do that.
What, Auntie? Do you give a damn how they treated Babyface on the red
yes,
carpet?
absolutely, absolutely. And the Associated Press
didn't even see it. So what happened?
Oh Lord, they was talking to Babyface. These 2 young white girls on the red carpet talking to Babyface, and then Chapel Roan walked by. So they said they literally in the middle of the conversation stopped. It said, "Chapel," and Babyface said,
by the
"Look
way,
back."
While he was talking,
and
there was 2 of them.
Babyface looks at them and goes, he looks back, sees Chapel. He said, "Go do that," and walked away.
It was so embarrassing that the Associated Press had to issue a public apology.
1,000.
And I hope these girls got fired because
I hope so.
Because you're representing a brand, and I don't care how much of a fan you are. Even if it was like Beyonce coming, you
wrap it up. You're professional enough to wrap it up.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, we love you, Babyface. Thank you so much for all that you've done for the community. Really appreciate you.
And be like, "Oh, when's the next time you work with Beyonce? Hey, Beyonce, when are you working with Babyface?" That's how you transition right quick.
Yeah. But the level of unprofessionalism with which they didn't even transition the conversation. They literally talked over him. And there were 2 of them. One that was kind of like had the mic in for him to talk into. The other one was kind of like a co-signer, and she was just doing all kinds of cavorting on the side, like just being just unprofessional. Unprofessional.
Babyface got him a new line. He about to write him a song called "Go Do That." Now you know that, right? I need that on a T-shirt too. Go do that.
Go do that.
And the way he said it too was so like disrespectful right back to them too. Like, okay, fuck you, ho, go do that. Like there's the tone.
I don't know. Associated Press, who was in charge of putting these 2 yokels in that room? Because these girls couldn't have been more than 22, 23. Yeah. And if they were older than that, they didn't act like it. And so,
well, yes, they did. They were yelling after Chapel.
Well, I'm saying if they were older, they did not act older. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, they didn't act.
Yeah, they didn't act like it. They acted much younger.
Very 23.
Very 23. Very. I don't know what it's like to be born in the 1900s. Girls, you gotta go. So whoever put them on there, you also need to be fired too. Pack your shit up and go.
Put your aunties into place. You got your Associated Press. You got 3 folks right here. 3 aunties right here that know how to act well on the red carpet and get you great content by that.
Well, don't put me on the red carpet.
No, you gold. You are gold. Ho, you coming with.
To be on the carpet.
You are coming with.
Like, move, bitch.
Go do that. it would be us doing that to Chaperone to try to get the baby face.
That part. Like, we rooted for everybody black. And that's the thing that actually rubbed me the wrong way. Is like, they didn't care about this black legend and it's Black fucking History Month. And Babyface wrote damn near half of the songs that have been nominated for the Grammys, period.
Baby, you were born to a Babyface song. Let's be honest.
Like,
you sure was.
But go off about Chapel Rome.
Go off, sis. Chapel Rome would probably want to go to Babyface and be like, hey, let's collaborate. I got my new album coming.
Okay.
Like, it's Babyface.
She was probably waiting for Babyface to be done so she could have a conversation with him, not y'all asses.
That part.
So, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, community, normally we be saying for the whole season, we're going to do, like the red carpet stuff separately. There really wasn't that much on this red carpet. So we're just going to hit the highlights real quick. Yeah. And let's see here. If I could share my screen, let's start with the lady of the night. What do we think about Miss Beyonce here?
I love this
band.
The bandana design on this dress is, I fucking love it.
With the beads on it too.
Yes, it is.
That dress is heavy as
gorgeous.
That's got to be a good 75 pounds of beadwork.
Yeah.
The only thing that was
the titties are tittying too.
The only thing that was a little bit odd was that, and I was surprised to see this when she won for the country album, her underwire was showing.
Yeah, and you saw Jay-Z tell her to. Like, if you go back and watch, he whispered in, da-da-da-da-da, and she looked down, she like, bloop, 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 and then she went off. I was like, see, that's a good partner right there, looking out for me. Because you know he was looking at them ma'ams. He was like, them ma'ams looking pretty, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, and I told Corey that night, too. I was like, Neil, I do not know how you get Beyonce's long hair to her head enough that this wig does not, like, pop up in the back at all. I think this every time with her wig, like, I don't understand what magician shit you do, because this wig be flat.
She looked bald-headed under there. Like, ain't no hair under there. I don't
know what magician work, but Neil, baby, kudos to you. Because this hair is everything. All right, the next up on stage here, we got Miss Dochi herself in the first outfit that she wore on the red carpet here. Yeah. A little Tom Brown moment here. And the back was gorgeous, too. It had, like, red kind of
all of her outfits were Tom Brown, actually.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Even the dancers had, like, custom Tom Brown on, too. I was like,
keep it. I was like, damn. Let me do some dance.
So.
Right?
Look.
I think she looks great. The only thing is, I really wish that, and I love this look, and Tom Brown is like becoming kind of like the Tommy Hilfiger, this century's Tommy Hilfiger for black people. Yeah. Like everybody's riding on Tom Brown. I really would have loved to have seen her wear like a black designer, to be honest. What she's wearing looks great. It looks phenomenal. It's Americana. I get it, and it's with the brand and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not knocking that away. I just would have loved for her to take the opportunity to give some shine to a black designer, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I honestly actually like this one better than the red carpet one. Like I thought if you're gonna kind of go exaggerate it, you know, go all the way there. But I mean, both of them are dope. I love her hair. I love the braids that she's just been rocking this whole cycle. And then I like how she kind of did a little different with the front swoops. So I was like, go ahead, Dochi, you can do.
I love that's the wig piece in the front. I love that's literally a wig piece. She just boop. I was like,
yep, here for it. All right, what do we think about Miss Cynthia Erivo here, Miss Elphaba, Miss Cynthia? And I think I forget what they said. I think this was a custom Louis Vuitton. I think they said it was. Oh damn, y'all extra quiet.
No, it's pretty. It's really pretty, and it fits her like a glove. There is something very like Nouveau Vampira-ish about it for me. It's a pretty look, and she's wearing it really well.
I feel like it's almost like two looks. I almost feel like the silver piece would have been dope, like as its own, as just a breastplate, and then she wore like, I don't know, like a long pencil skirt or something underneath it, and then the blue part of it is like a different dress, and she would have wore something else, or maybe double side tape the titties in and just wear it without the breastplate. I feel like it's almost like competing with each other, but like you said, it fits her well, and it's not like it's ugly or anything.
No.
I think it's just two competing ideas, and at least for me.
I think the most interesting thing about her outfit
is it a structured like actual hard material breastplate? It looks like it's a cloth, it's
fabric.
I would have liked
fabric.
It's fabric. I would have I would have preferred if it was like a structured metallic actual hard
like a scaffold.
like brace. Yeah, so you can actually see more like I think it just washes her out like too flat for me. But color wise, she looks great. Love the nails again.
Yeah. All right, what do we think about Miss Victoria Monet?
She was doing a little too much for me. Doing a little too much for me. Yeah, doing a little too much for me. I love that. First of all, her body is banging, and I love that she was serving body, but the garments didn't make me look at her body. The garments just took away from what I want to look at. Like, baby, you got them hips and that ass. You got shit covering up the wrong parts. Okay, like.
This to me feels like stripper wear. Oh. And I'm not trying to be derogatory at all, but I'm just saying like there is something about like this bandeau top with this triangle piece. It goes down to this super low. I don't know. I don't know if it's a taste level thing or not. It's just showing way too much skin and not in the most flattering of ways. And it has nothing to do with her body. I think it's the actual dress selection itself.
Yeah, and I don't think this color is the best for her skin tone either. This mint kind of color.
Well, it's muted.
But,
it's a little washed out, which is honestly, what would have served her better is if this was like a jewel tone, like an emerald, like a ruby, like a sapphire, like a, if it had a bolder color choice. But to be honest, like the color choice plus with how much skin is showing and how it's showing, it feels like the dress is wearing you. You are not wearing a dress. That's what's happening here.
Got it. Okay. All right. What we think about Miss Willow?
You know what?
She
loved. She ate.
I loved it.
She ate.
Loved it.
The legs look good. The eye, the hair. Like I love the simple
hair was
and I love
phenomenal.
the simple jewelry too. It's the simple jewelry for me as well too. Yeah. Like this isn't like something like, oh my God, this is like brand new. It's giving something classic, simple, but executed how it's supposed to be worn.
Yeah, 1,000.
This is fashion.
Yeah,
this is fashion.
Yeah,
this is fashion.
This is fashion. This is a person who. I would not be surprised if she did not even work with a stylist to put this look together, that this just comes from like her understanding of what works on her body. She probably did work with a stylist, but I'm just saying like this and this is something that the Smith kids do really, really well, whether you like it or you don't. They understand fashion and they take fashion risks that work for them, and aesthetically people might not get it or understand it, but it works for them.
Yeah, we might as well move on to her brother, Jaden. Do you still stand by that comment?
I do, because I just feel like I'm not saying like, like I would ever do anything like this, but like I'm not him. And I think for somebody now, mind you, that headpiece, that's like a $4,000 like $4,000 piece that was has a couple of other artists have done something similar for award shows. So it's not completely uncommon. I think his suit is phenomenal. I think it's just really interesting. Like if you're gonna play with fashion and play with accessories, men don't have a lot of options, and I'm not saying that this needs to be the next thing, but for tonight, for having fun, to just being out and this is one of those outfits where he was like, I don't care who else is gonna be on the step and repeat. You gonna see me, and we do.
You gonna see me, and we ain't gonna see you behind me either.
Yeah.
I'm here for it because every year we complain about the dude just coming in a black tuxedo that you get from Men's Warehouse, and there's no point of view. So I agree. Like, if you're gonna do something, do it. The Grammys is the place to do it.
Why not?
We don't have to necessarily like it, but at least it's a point of view, and the suit is dope. It's a dope suit.
I actually
underneath
really
it,
like
so.
the cut of the suit. It almost looks like one of those like you know when people will put on like those muscle costumes. It almost he has like a superhero stance, and like it's exaggerated in the right places, and you know that he's only like this big underneath, you know, all that fabric, but he looks bigger. So I love that.
And we're talking about his body. Because normally most times when you do that, they go somewhere else. What do we think about Miss Keys here, Miss Alicia Keys?
It's giving such an auntie thing where she's like, I'm gonna wear this is what I want to fucking wear. I'm gonna wear what I want to fucking wear, and I look good, and can't nobody tell me nothing about how the fuck I look. So I'm not.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have loved to have seen like kind of like a gold sheer cape along with this.
Take the one from Victoria Monet, like, hey girl, let me hold that right quick.
Just something to come off for the back a little bit to like balance it out. I think from the neck up, like that jewelry and that corset is beautiful. The black as a juxtaposition to those other pieces isn't really doing anything. You know, so like either she needed to have like long sleeves, or she needed a cape or something else to make the actual dress, because really all you're looking at is the jewelry. It's the adornment.
Yeah. No, you're right. All right, we'll do a couple more here. What do you think about Miss Coco Jones?
She is always serving body, baby. This is Amazonian. Like I'm obsessed.
Yeah,
I am obsessed, and I'm obsessed with the long version of the Kelly Rowland haircut. Like it's just. I love you. But say it's not. It's the bundles version of that haircut. It's the exact same like colors and blacks and everything.
You're right.
Yep.
She looks great.
Yeah.
She
I love
She
that
looks
color on
great.
her. I love
Me
that
too.
color really. And I'm sorry, but her shoes, it's such an understatement, but it's so
It's
perfect.
the right shoe.
It is
Yes.
so perfect.
I agree.
This is what I wish Victoria would have did. It's giving
That's-
very body, but it's rare. It's again, you are wearing the garments versus the garment wearing you.
Yeah.
And it's
Agreed.
a very thin line.
Agreed.
Yeah, you're right. All right, what do we think about Mother Gaga, Mother Monster? She's in her
She ain't
goth
my
era
mama.
right now. she in her goth era right now.
This is kind of, I mean, it's beautiful in its gothicness or whatever. Two comments. One, I see these like mutton chop bangs are coming back because Miley Cyrus had something similar. This is very reminiscent of like, is she really modeling her fashion choices after Madonna? Because that's what it's giving to me.
Oh, it's giving that Frozen video.
It's giving, and what Madonna's doing right now.
Oh damn! No!
I hope she don't do that
back
to
in
her
Africa.
face. Yeah, I hope she don't do that. Yeah,
And her butt.
run, bitch, run.
Even worse.
I low key want this wig. I kind of do.
It's cute.
I kind of do.
It's cool that she's kind of gone very goth, you know, with the no eyebrows, the blunt kind of like hairstyle, this leather worked top with the, you know, exaggerated shoulders, and you know, like that's just a very cool look, but it seems referential as opposed to doing something new, which is kind of my critique about Abracadabra.
I'm gonna move on. Don't you do that.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna move on to Miley
Sorry.
because you ain't gonna do that to Abracadabra. Not off the jump. Maybe in about 30 days. Not off the jump. What do we think about Miley since you mentioned her here?
I don't like this shoe.
I don't like the bottom
Look
of
at
the
this
dress.
shoe,
Yeah, her toes over the shoe.
baby. It's
Damn. No, that's the only thing I'd see.
What is you doing?
I can't unsee it.
Can't see nothing.
It's like those. It's like those. What are they called? The clogs. What are the shoes that people be wearing?
Crocs?
With the Crocs. That one. You know how they have like the little you can put the little things in there and they have those new toes in there that you can put in. That's what it looked like. Let me put some toes on this dress. She feels like
I like the top of the dress.
She feels like she's choking in this.
Yeah.
I will say this
her hair. Her hair is amazing.
Yeah, the haircut's dope.
Hair is cute. I think this breakup has been good for her body. She looks phenomenal. Like body-wise, she looks phenomenal. I just don't know if I like this on her. And I can't look past the shoe.
Something about the bottom part of the dress part is ill-fitting.
Yeah.
Because I get that it's supposed to be like a column, but in terms of the silhouette, it's supposed to be like, a column. But if that's the case, that's not really this is not how you pose in this kind of a dress. So
she's doing that bad pose though. She's doing that that arch when you stand like this,
right?
And I think that is also pulling up in the crotch area because she's overarching her back as well too.
I got of us.
Yeah.
Sorry, Miley.
But she's a seasoned professional, so you're supposed to know when you're wearing a dress like that how you're supposed to pose. Yeah. So
she's been doing. Look, Hannah Montana know better. Okay.
Hannah Montana. Yeah, man. All right, we're gonna end here because I thought he looked great. John Legend. I like this suit, this brown and black suit here.
I like the shoes too, to be honest with you, like that chunkier kind of sole, and I love the texture on the suit. It's rare that you see like a tone on tone on tone with texture like this, and this is done really well. Does it wow me?
Yeah.
Not wow.
It's not a wow.
But that's hard.
It's good
with menswear,
especially when you standing next to Jaden with a house on his head.
But let me tell you what, I would love to have that suit. I would wear the shit out of that suit.
Same.
That shoe is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a nice one. So, but all right, we know there's other folks out there. I mean, there's Cardi out there. She looked great and things like that. But
Cardi B looked phenomenal.
Here,
oh my god. That dress, that hair. I don't know what she was on though when she was announcing the award or whatever. She must have had a little sip of something because she was a little loopy. But that dress is gorgeous.
Yeah, she looked great, and she just had a baby. So I'm like, damn, she got that body back together. Sheesh. Good for her. So yeah,
she looked good.
And I mean, Janelle Monáe was out there. And by the way, we didn't mention Janelle Monáe in the performances.
Well, nothing to mention.
Damn.
There wasn't anything to mention.
Yeah,
like
it's hard to do Michael. Why they choose a Michael song? Michael, it was hard enough for Michael to do Michael.
Joe, I'm gonna call her Jonelle because she swears she just like a dude. Like she. And listen, I get, like people can have masculine and feminine energy, but there is something about the way that she was just hopping around tables and ripping her shirt off. And like, I'm just like, you are not a 16-year-old boy. You are a grown, and I'm not saying that you got to act a certain kind of like demure kind of way, but it was just giving a little bit too, it was like you were high on Mountain Dew.
I think what happened is she sensed the performance wasn't going like she thought it was gonna go. And she had to go extra.
So she jumped on a security guard's back to ride it up to the stage and then hopped off 3 seconds later. Like, enough with the gimmicks, girl. Damn, just perform. Not the gimmicks.
But I am on that Janelle Monáe energy at the after party where she's saying that freestyle to Nelly's face about being at the Trump inauguration. I am on that energy though.
If you're gonna say it behind their back, say it to their face, and I'm here for that. Yes.
She said it straight to his face. I was like, damn.
Yep. Okay, so I'm not a hater. I just didn't like the performance.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It wasn't good. But all right. So Community, the Met Gala released the day of recording what this year's. What do they call it? Just I guess what the style or the exhibition is going to theme. Yes, thank you. The theme's going to be. So this year it is super fine tailoring black style. Yep. So it's going to be interesting, and obviously that kind of maybe leans a little more menswear and things like that. So it's going to be interesting what folks wear. My assumption there's going to be a lot of Tom Brown. a lot of Tom Brown, because that's his wheelhouse, that kind of merging of feminine and masculine kind of tailoring. But are you guys excited about the theme? Like, obviously, we knew it was going to be more of a black
Exhibit.
Exhibition. Thank you, exhibit. Damn, I can't think of the words. Alexa. But are you liking this theme? And what would you like to see? And maybe potentially, what would you wear? And hopefully, somehow the aunties get out there and maybe do some interviews. How can we sneak our way into this gala? Because that's right in our wheelhouse.
I love that this was a theme that was made in collaboration with the co-chairs, who are Pharrell and LeBron James. So I love that it's coming from this place. I'm very curious to see how it will be interpreted. With that showing is not mostly black. So how will then the non-melanated individual show up to represent this theme, which is celebrating black men and black culture and the black dandy, right? I'm very curious about that.
The theme is tailored for you. The exhibit is tailored in black style. Right. So my bad on that. Yeah.
But it's basically paying homage to the black dandy, which is it's a term that is used to refer to someone that dresses in a very creative and personally expressive kind of way. So I'm cautiously curious to see how this will be played out in real life.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jerome?
I don't have much to say.
She said next.
You're right. She said okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see it
wait.
just because I like you said, there's a thin line between mockery and
appreciation.
Yeah. And so that's gonna be interesting to me to see who gets it and who ain't had enough black people in that crew saying no, you can't wear that.
I want to see how many white people show up with.
One.
I wonder how many. I want to see how many white people show up with box braids and cornrows. I'm just saying.
That's why I said that thin line between mockery and appreciation.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't.
This one, even if you get an invite, some people might need to sit out this year.
Just show up.
I'm just saying, because they don't know that line.
Don't meet the brief. Don't meet the brief.
So if you got if you got to ask if this is stereotypical, yes, it is.
Yes,
absolutely is.
Yeah.
Just go. I do care now. I'm praying for the downfall. I want some people too. I am. I just got excited. I care now.
I love you, girl. She said, "I'll be 10
sat
toes
up in the
down
chair and
watching."
everything. Said this is about to be good TV.
Honey, we will give you a good debrief of what we see.
Yes. And we might even have to. We'll figure out if we're not finding a way to get ourselves out there to interview. I'm still trying to find a way to weasel our way into this. But if we're not there, we might have to either do a special live or something. We'll figure something out here.
We'll make it work.
We'll figure something out. Yeah. But so a couple of things before we get out of here. Obviously, there's been some crazy crashes lately. One in D.C. and one here in Philly, which was wild because I didn't even know what was going on until my phone started blowing up. And they're like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I'm not okay. I'm chilling on the couch. Are you okay?" And then they're like, "There was a plane crash in Philly." I'm like, "Damn!" So literally, the weekend before, I had just driven through there because there's a Sam's Club over there that I had to go pick something up, and there's a gym over there. So I was like, let me just go to the gym over
that's
here.
The one by Derek that you were talking about.
The one by...
Didn't Derek Fraser, he said he lived over there by that Sam Club, like somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Right? Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I went to a separate one that's maybe a few miles, but it's like, he probably lives like almost in between the two. And then my barber's literally like 2 miles from where this plane crashed too. So I'm like in that vicinity a decent amount. So just to know how congested that area is, by the way, is wild to think.
Yeah.
So thinking of those families or those that perished, there's still folks in the hospital, at least here in Philly. To those in DC, those families, this is wild. And
like both of them are very sad. I think I was and I hate to say it, maybe a little bit more numb to the second one, just because I was still so sad from the first one.
Yeah.
Like, and like I'm trying to tear up now, but like seeing that little kid who was just like in DC, like for that figure skating, camp, and he literally posted seconds before getting on the plane, being like, can't wait to do this again. And like conversating with a friend in the comments, being like, I'm gonna be there with you next year.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what to say, but
just shout out to the family and the communities that are being impacted, and these things are are tragic and unexpected, and it just goes to show that we really have to make sure that we're cherishing every moment that we have with our loved ones.
Period. Well said. And then I know y'all probably don't care as much as I care, but this Luca and Anthony Davis trade has been insanity to me. I don't think we'll ever see a trade this monumental, at least the rest of our lifetime.
So what is monumental about it?
And
they traded Beyonce from Destiny's Child for Chili from TLC. That's what the internet keeps saying.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so they said put it. They said put it in gay terms. They said they traded Beyonce from Destiny's Child for Chili and TLC.
Damn. Damn.
So like they traded a player that's literally in the prime of his career, that's already going to be a Hall of Famer player. Just took his team to the finals last season. Traded him from Dallas Mavericks to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, who's a great player as well, but a little older. And if there was anyone in the league that was like,
ain't nobody saw this coming.
Nobody saw this coming.
Really?
No one saw this coming.
Nobody. Like the entire league is shocked.
Yeah. Like, why do you trade Luca? Like, he is the face of your team.
Wow.
He's literally top 3 in the league.
Like, yeah.
He's 25. He's 25 years old. He's only going to get better. Nobody saw this coming. So
you know what? It's giving LeBron pull some strings. That's what it's giving. It's giving LeBron pull some strings.
It's giving, because like there had been rumblings that like that Dallas was like not fed up, but just like, hey, Luca, like you stay injured because you're not taking like your diet and your conditioning seriously. Yes, we know you averaging like 35 points a game, but every time how you gaining weight in the season.
That's that.
It's like we playing every other night. How you gaining weight?
But you know what? It's so funny because that's that Balkan stubbornness stuff. Because he's Serbian. That's what that is. That's that. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Can't nobody tell me nothing. And I know personally.
He done got traded. He said, I won't say how I know.
Right. But I be knowing.
I be knowing.
Hilarious.
And then finally, Dwight, you said one more thing that you wanted to throw out.
Oh, Anaya Robinson, the black chick that's over there causing ruckus in Pakistan. I just want to shout her out.
I had to look up.
Baby.
I had to look it up. I was like, what was this?
This shit has been going on for the past 2 days. And I mean, well, by now it's been, I don't know if it's been resolved or whatever. I just want to shout her out because this chick is a chick from like, think the Boogie Down Bronx. She done catfished some 19-year-old guy from Pakistan. I don't know. They say that they're married. I don't know if they got officiated or whatever, but she flew out to Pakistan. The guy's parents, a 19-year-old, by the way, she's like in her 30s, I think mid 30s to late 30s. She has 2 children already and divorced. And then the parents were like, absolutely not. We oppose this wedding. There's too much of an age difference. This is completely opposite of what, we want for our kid and blah, blah, blah. So she showed up in Pakistan, went out to the house, and the guy, they didn't took the guy and hid him somewhere. So she's been camping out in their garage, waiting for him to come home. And the Pakistani government been trying to kick her out for like the past week. She's been hosting news conferences. She done told the government, y'all got to pay me $2,000 every single week and give me some land. And they ended up paying her. The thing that's so wild is that this shouldn't even be a story. This shouldn't even be a story, but it is. And I'm just very curious to see, by the time this episode airs, how far this thing will go, and will she come back to the United States or will she stay in Pakistan?
I had to look it up before we hopped on here. I was like, "What is this?" And I saw somewhere she's like eating French fries or something like that.
They gave her. They ended up giving her like $100,000, and she was basically sitting smoking a cigarette. Like counting her money. Said, "Y'all can buy me a ticket to go home now." I was just like. They asked her about her family. She goes, "Well, I'm Muslim, and that's against my religion to tell you anything personal." I'm here for it. I'm here for the drama.
This world is wild.
I'm glad you are.
It's black.
This is up your alley.
This is Black
up
History
your alley.
Month.
This
Absolutely.
You're right.
This is 90 Day
I'm
Fiance
here
and My
for it now.
600-Pound Life. This is all that kind of zany bullshit.
It's giving literally
It is
that
giving
in one.
bizarre.
Yeah.
I always say that
Well,
I prefer to watch drama on TV than have it in my life.
You do say that.
All right.
And on that note,
Oh, community. Exactly. Wash your hands, your legs, and your ass. We'll see you next
bye everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, community. A lot of you have asked how you can support Minority Report outside of the sharing and downloading and subscribing and leaving reviews. But you can also buy merch. Come on, baby.
I know that's right. And we have a whole lot of options, from clothing to pillows to tumblers and bags. And we continue to update all of our stuff with new styles, new colors, and new products. Jarrell, where can they get all that stuff at?
Well, they can get all that and then some at minorietyreport.com. They can find all the goodies, find out additional information about your aunties. And we also want to make sure that you share and tag us when you do buy merch, all right? So let us know if it's a hoodie, it's a tee, a long shirt, a towel, because we know you need those. But let us know.
Absolutely. And remember to wash your hands, your legs, and your ass.